And welcome back to another Bestestimes Reborn YouTube video. This is video 2 for today. We're over East Innisfail, going to go down Rita Street in a sec. We're on Warrina Road near the Midway Butchers. It's where we finished the last video. It's 7:09 AM on Friday the 7th of November 2025. Current temperature is 22.7, feels like 26.4, 97% humidity, 7 km/h wind gusts, 25% low chance of 2 millimeters of rain. It looked like earlier it was going to pour rain, and it rained a little bit. Yeah, it rained a little bit when I started over near the Jubilee Bridge. I started walking onto it, and could feel spots of rain. You can see rain on the Johnston River. I was like, oh, should I, shouldn't I? But anyway, I decided to do it. Let's look back where we just came from, towards Somerset Building Company, which used to be Alvarez's store back in the day. Anyway, we'll keep going down Rita Street to Coronation Drive. I've already walked 6.30 kilometres, 1 hour and 22 minutes. There's a Queensland ambulance. There's a wallaby or kangaroo or something down the end of the street, hopping along Coronation. There you go. You do get that sort of thing around because there's rainforest and things around the area, like on Marty Street and such. Auburn Street, this one here, Auburn, I guess. I do not know for certain. But anyway, we'll continue along down Rita to Coronation. A lot of willy wagtails and things around today. Some I don't know the names of. Runny nose, of course. Wouldn't be this time of the year without a runny nose for me. The spray that I use only lasts for so long. So, anyway, we'll continue as we do. Glad that dog's behind a decent gate, fence. So the last video, the first one for today, it's quite a long walk. If you want to watch that one, so see the majority of Ryan Street, if not all of it. Yeah, Ryan Street, Carmel, a few others, the Corso and that, where the boxing club is, where the Scout Hall, where it used to be the Scout Hall. Now it's just boxing lot. Simo's Boxing. It's a Riverside bed and breakfast. Well, there used to be a basketball hoop on that pole back in the day on that post. It's down towards the Centenary Bridge direction, which we've shown multiple times. So yeah, we're going to stay up here. We're not going to go down. Like we went down last time when I was trying to stick to bike paths and that. We might actually. I'm going to stop for a sec, have some of my beverage and sort my nose out, and I'll be back. Keep going. Oh, near Turner Street. Sort of in line with Turner Street very shortly. Turner Street down there, like as in Turner and Hooch, Tom Hanks, the original Turner and Hooch, not this remake with Josh Peck. Yeah, Josh Peck. Of Drake and Josh. There's a tall pine tree. Certain times of the year there's pine cones all over the place here. Get all the way to the top, to the tippy top. Yeah. So we're on the side of the road here. We're walking because we usually go on the pathway all the way along. Time to change it up a little bit. We bypassed where the birds were swooping the other day, Bodna. We did get swooped by other birds. We were going from Lower Hickey Street through that parkland there through to Marty Street. So be careful if you walk through there at the moment. This time of the year, there's a gum tree. There's up and gum nuts all over the ground. Tell you now, it's definitely a gum tree. You can see them on there. You know how well they'll show up. See if we can zoom in. But because the screen's so small, it's hard to tell what it's actually seeing. Whether you can actually see the gum nuts on there. But anyway, zoom back out as we pan the camera around. Take it back off zoom, so if we want to tilt the camera, pan and tilt, we can. Some bird of dice. It's quite nice along here. Better in winter for me, like heat wise. Like I said in my other video, I'm one of those people that feel the heat a lot more than most, just naturally. Get that from my late father. He was like that. He'd swelter in cold temperatures. And in warm temperatures, just unbearable. A lot like that. So one of the reasons why I go this hour, plus less people, so it's better for video, people's privacy and all that jazz, talking all that jazz. So we will continue along here as the can continuum from Toronto, Canada would say. I will continue, or we will continue. Used to be a really nice tree canopy just here, but it's been cut back. It's not the same as it was. Look at these flowers here. If anyone knows what type of flowers these are, I'll put the time code of when this was. And yeah, see if you can name these flowers, or these seeds, or whatever they are. Are they banana? Oh, I'm not up on all this stuff. But I'll take a photo anyway, so we can look back. Be on the end of the video. I do have an app, I don't know if I deleted it or not, where you can check that sort of, oh, yeah. I think I thought, oh, well, I've never used it before. So what's the point of keeping it? Yeah, I think I must have got rid of it. I might try this Google Lens, try that. About this image, there we go, generating. This plant shown is a Heliconia, Heliconia, Rostrata, also known as a hanging lobster claw or false bird of paradise. There you go. Typically grows to a height of 1.8 to 2.4 meters. There we go. Probably wouldn't be able to read that. It's cool that Google Lens can do that sort of stuff. That's really cool. I don't need that app that I was referring to, because that's all made by just general public putting stuff up on the other one, the app that I had. So sometimes it's not accurate. A lot of the time it is, but sometimes it's not. So, well, there you go. Now we know. If I remember in editing, I'll put the name on there. So I've screenshotted it. And that. Interesting. There's your bird of paradise. I wonder if that'll come up as bird of paradise on the Google Lens. It should, because it's, it's a pretty straightforward plant. Yep. Oh, that says false bird of paradise in that too. But then further down, visual matches Heliconia, golden torch, bird of paradise. Oh well, who knows for sure. But I've always known them as bird of paradise. Always been told that over the years, or I've been with people, or I've seen it on TV and they say bird of paradise. So we'll go by that. We'll go with that. Someone coming along, so I'll have to turn the camera shortly. Sometimes I'll show a little bit closer, so just see people enjoying the area and that, and then turn the camera when they get close enough, out of respect and manners, which I totally believe in. There's Marty Street. Yeah, Marty. And Coronation Drive, Jack Ferguson Place. Oh, it'd be nice to be able to show other places and that, but you know, when you've got to walk all the way over to here, it's already like 2 or 3 kilometres by the time I get over.
Kilometres. 1 hour 31 minutes
7
17
kilometres.
seconds. 9,623 steps.
Yeah. It's not like I get dropped off, do my walk and then get picked up. I wish. No, it doesn't work like that. Nice flowers here, but we can't really show it. Showing that would show people's place too much. But yeah. So I wish the council would put a proper pathway over this side, up here, and join it up, instead of having to walk on all this gravel and such. Yeah, it used to be a really nice garden up here, but now where the little bridge and that, it was quite nice. I don't know, I think members of the public probably looked after it, because you don't see, it's not really there anymore. Like there was ones over Dalrymple Esplanade where the old pathway was, where people would look after it and that. I'd say it was general public. A lot of birds. Hopefully they show up. You get to see some of the stuff that I'm seeing. Birds flapping around in the trees and flying off. Look at the roots growing out like that of this tree. Wow, it's getting bright now over here. So I can turn the brightness down slightly on the camera. Yeah, along here there was nice plants and things. All through here. Yeah, look at the way this one goes. The roots and that grow around the outside of the tree. This is where we saw that. I saw a bird last time, but I couldn't zoom in on it. The time before I saw a similar bird. So it looked like a scrub turkey at first, a bush turkey, but it wasn't. So I got up closer and you could tell it wasn't. Like I've seen eggs up here on the ground, like I think they were blue. If I remember right, those just going back a couple of years ago. Just up here. I don't know if they'd fallen out of a nest. I think it was one egg up here. Or someone had played around with the eggs or something. I don't know, but yeah, it's up here somewhere. It was just before this turn up here. There's the Johnston River through there. The croc infested, don't swim in Johnston River, the South Johnston River apart. Yeah, don't swim in anything to do with the Johnston River. Be careful anywhere you swim. It's fresh water and all that, and salt water for the stingers, because they're putting the stingers nets at Eddie Bay and all that now. Apparently, going by the council Facebook page. It was around here somewhere. The egg was that time, and then the next time I come along, which is, I think it was the next day, it was gone. Yeah, somewhere along this sort of vicinity. Anyway, shout out to everyone who's watched a lot of these videos and all that. Much appreciated. Especially if you watch the whole video, that really helps the channel out algorithmically, and it's encouraging. People with a nice comment, or they see me in person and say nice things about my videos and my photos and all that. It is much appreciated. It doesn't go unnoticed. Even just watching really is encouraging. It's like I always say, these videos and photos and things that I do will be more appreciated years later, because a lot of people are like, oh, well, I can go down there if I want to have a look. Oh, I can drive past there if I want to see this place. But you've got to think of the people that can't get anywhere. You know, people with disabilities, people that are sick, people that don't live here anymore, that would like to see around. And I get people commenting and stuff like that sometimes, like that they appreciate it because they don't live here anymore. They get to see the changes, get to see around, see what it's like. East Innisfail State School, and it shows so much because it is a school day. It's not a school time, but it's a school day, and there could be an early child day. So we won't show over there, but we'll do what we did last time. We can't try not to just do this the whole time like last time, like the other day, but we'll do up here and such, etc. But yeah, you know, it's a community thing, you know, to make it easier for people who can't get out. They want to, you know, the window to the outside sort of thing, can see it, and for us all to look back on years later. Imagine watching this in 20 years' time and seeing the change around. Some things may not have changed, but some things will have changed. And it's just the way it works, and the stuff through town. You know, if we get another Cyclone Larry, which I hope we never do, but if we do, then, you know, we've got a record of what the town looked like, the way it was before any of that. Sound like there was someone around. I think they're actually at the school. We're trying to keep it at fence line. There's Fina. Kalina. I'm surprised they've only got mainly demountable buildings in some of these. You think the education department would get funding for proper things. Would be better in cyclones than that if it wasn't demountable buildings, portable buildings, we're going to call them. Yeah. Nice brand new air conditioned buildings would be great. I know they're air conditioned, those buildings, but it'd be nice to have proper strong buildings, safer. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, so if we get any cyclones with big damage and all that sort of stuff, at least, I mean, I hope we never do, but if we do, we'll have this footage to look back on and see how the town was prior to it. And if I'm still around at the time, still alive, whatever, I'll go and get video of the damage as much as I can get to, safely, of course. What we can do. It'd be nice to be driven around and have a camera mounted on the windscreen and all that, and get video as well as the walking stuff, because the walking stuff you can see more detail. There's a lot more detail involved. So, yeah. So we're nearly up to the newer part of the Coronation Drive footpath. Pathway, whatever you want to call it. You can hear a lot of parrots and that. Johnson River through there. There's a lot of seeds and stuff on here. That'd be why they're in there. Yeah, well, there you go. Apparently, got to keep using that. But anyway, yeah. So show your support now, so I can keep doing what I do. And just a matter of watching the video all the way through. Not skipping the not skipping the ads and stuff. I mean, I don't make any money out of it, but algorithmically, posh word, that's a $10 word. It helps the channel out. YouTube's algorithm and that, it tells them that people are enjoying and engaging with the channel, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. It doesn't have to be with donations. If anyone wants to donate, though, there is a PayPal link in the description. Shout out to the chappie who did that and donated. Much appreciated. I won't say your name out of privacy. Tropical Vets. But you know who you are. It's much appreciated. It went towards buying him a new memory card, a bigger memory card, a much needed memory card. So that made it possible. That is ridiculously appreciated. Yeah. Be nice if we could grow this channel up and get it known throughout the land. Not for, oh, look at me, I've got a big channel. I'm not that sort of person. But there's someone coming behind. Just get the word out. Share the videos and the channel on social media. Would be amazing. So that people can see it. Shows awareness of Innisfail. Shows what Innisfail was like. How beautiful the town is. There's always pluses and minuses to every town. There's the good, the bad, and the ugly, as they say. Coronation Drive, the road, the actual street. The drive is on my right-hand side. The mangroves and things like that, and the Johnston River are on my left. And an old mooring for a boat that sunk years ago there. There's someone with a child coming up. I'm not too sure. But we'll turn the camera once. So, yeah, I think it's people that come along last time I was walking along here. So I'll face the camera away. But yeah, so yeah, just like, share, comment, subscribe, watching the whole thing, pressing the bell icon, hyping the video. There's a hype button and all that. That helps the channel out immensely. And let's grow it to 1,000 as soon as possible. Well, once I start getting paid, that'll partly cover the costs that I incur doing these videos, and I don't do it for money. But it's nice to be able to at least cover my costs. And that would be great. High school kiddies walking along at this hour, heading towards East Innisfail School, away from their school direction. Good morning. There's Shear Street just there, that ridiculously steep hill. Yeah, I wish the council would come along and clean this up. I might actually mention it on Snap Send Solve, because when it's wet, it's going to be slippery. Get a couple of photos before this chap comes along. It's in a couple of spots here. Good morning. Okay, snap is sent. Yeah, put the, like if it's near another street or near some sort of like iconic place or like near the water tower or whatever, some sort of point of interest, try and show it in the photo plus like one of the photos and put it in the description too, so we've got more chance of knowing exactly where this is. So 8.04 kilometers, 1 hour and 44 minutes, 7:36 a.m. Okay, let's continue along. Stanzella, in line with Stanzella, there's Bartle Street, B-A-R-T-L-E, like Bartle Frere, Mount Bartle Frere. There's the 10,000 steps, every step counts. School, 500 meters, 625 steps. I'm trying to show that because one day these signs may not be here, they might change them, put something different. So we can get it to focus on it. Hopefully that shows up. Back where we just came from. Yeah, it's nice to show the signage so we can see the differences, how things are. There's a water tower through there. And Banwell Street to my right coming up. It's the picturesque Johnston River. Of course, this will all be overgrown in no time and you won't be able to see it properly. They put the seeding in here and put all these plants. And it was a silly place. I thought they were going to cut back the tree there a little bit so you could see across to the Bamboo Creek Bridge. It's a beautiful spot. I'll stop there for a sec so I can have some of my soft drink and you can have a quick look. Get the camera to straighten up. For a quick look while I have some of this beverage. Enjoy the scenery. Put the microphone off so I can hear the noise of it. I can sit down on the seat. Sorry about any background noise of me opening my bag and getting things out, sorting things out. But gotta do what I gotta do. So nice to wipe my face with Dettol wipes. They're skin and surface wipes. They're brilliant. Okay. Of course, there's no bin all the way into town, so I've got to wait till I get to town to see the rubbish bin, which is fine. It's annoying, but I'm not going to throw it on the ground. I don't believe in that. Anyway, let's put the microphone back on. And continue on. Hopefully you enjoyed that little stop. You can see the Johnston River. There's the steps that were being created one day when I come along. Shout out to those guys. If you're watching, let us know in the comments. Much appreciated. Yeah, could do with railing. It's one thing I would like to see here is railing. Make it easier for the elderly. It'd be nice if there was a ramp there too, on the side of it. thought I'd love to see. I'd love to come along here one day and there's a ramp, a gradual ramp. So it's easier for people to get up. Because some people can't go all the way down to where there's those little parts onto the road. And they didn't put one of them further down like it looked like they were going to. So, anyway, Bartle. No, Benwell, Benwell Street. Just back there. Coming up near Fitzgerald Street. So back where we just came from, just for a sec. So you can see that newer railing there they put in. Whew. Yes, it's getting quite tropical. Well, it is the tropical far north Queensland, so some birds. The road there. A lot of birds flying around. There's a trees coming up here where there's birds galore and birds' nests. Hundreds of birds, maybe even thousands. And there's trees up here. I have shown them in other videos, and I've shown them in the Innisfail beauty videos. One of them. So if you look at the Innisfail beauty playlist, you'll find it in there. Press on play all and leave that going in the background. Yeah, it's so nice. Some coconuts on there. I'll have to come and get rid of them eventually, or they'll end up landing on somebody. There's a lady jogging with a dog along here last time when I come along at this hour. Yep, jogging with a dog. I turned back to show where I just come from. I didn't realise she'd stopped and she was going off at the dog. Beautiful tree canopy. Get a couple of photos of the tree canopy. As we do. So we're back onto the old part of the path. Part that was made a few years ago. You can see the difference here with the two there. The newer part and that. There's where all the birds are up here. Well, not all the birds, but a lot. Ah. Galore. Towards the Jubilee Bridge. See how far I feel like going once I get to the Jubilee Bridge. I might even walk through town a little bit, depending on how many people are around. And that. Privacy and that. Get a lot of birds. The nest. Wow. They're all hanging down there. Getting so heavy, I think that branch will end up breaking. There's so many. I've zoomed in. You have to stop the recording to zoom in with the higher quality zoom. And then press record again. Yeah, see how low this is. Okay, we're back after that. Had to stop the recording, take it off Zoom and come back. There's nice flowers up here. I should have kept it zoomed in so you can see these flowers a bit better. Try and get where the sun's not shining in the way of the camera. There we go, you might be able to see it, might. Hopefully. Anyway, let's continue along Coronation Drive. Capturing detail, and this is always family friendly content, no swearing and all that. Things that come with being family friendly. It's beautiful, that spot there. I wonder if I can get a decent photo of it. It may not because of the lighting. Part hanging down where there's beautiful flowers on it. Certainly try. The phone sort of is on its way out. If I had the money, I'd buy a new one. Anyway, that's that. If they turn out good, well, they'll be on the end of the video, so always stay tuned to the end of video so you can see the photos. Any video, majority of them will have photos on the end. Your fitness equipment over here. Well, you can't take that for granted because they took the ones away over at Hadwell Park that used to be there. So you just never know. They put in new ones down the other end of Coronation Drive, not far away from the Mango Tree Caravan Park. In the back of that. Yeah, they put new ones in over there. There's ones over at Dalrymple Esplanade over Innisfail Estate, Valetta's Estate. Oh, a butterfly just flew across in front of me. I wonder if it'll show up on camera. I hope so. But it's doing that. It's hanging around near me. Do you want to be on camera there, matey? You come to watch your matey. Video Innisfail there, matey. That's a reference. It's one of those if you know references that I do. Hopefully you see it in there. There's a couple of them around. Oh, little butterfly. It's pretty cool. Sitting there on the leaf. Try and zoom in, but I don't like the chances. It'll be gone by the time I zoom in enough. So you can do a little bit of zoom on the camera, but it loses quality till you stop and go out of it. Zoom back out and we'll continue on our merry way. If the camera jolts like that, it just basically means I've had to straighten the camera because it's drifted a bit. Fitness equipment and rubbish on the ground and on the table, of course. People don't have the common sense to walk somewhere to a bin or take it home. Or bring a bag if you're going to have rubbish and put it in there. It's Agnes Street, where the hill is there, and Ashton Street, which doesn't go all the way out to Marillion Road anymore like it used to. Used to do that before they did all this up. And the Tom Uren Way signage, which we'll show. Used to be on a plaque on a stone sort of thing back in the old days, before they did the new bridge. Yeah, one of those stone plaque things, like they have over on the Fitzgerald Esplanade. And anyway, go under the bridge, up and under and around and over, and see how I feel about going any longer. Well, I've still got to walk anyway, so it's just whether I feel like recording. I won't show that graffiti. I think a lot of people would be offended by that, understandably too.
9 kilometers.
9 kilometers.
1 hour 55 minutes 13 seconds. 12,010 steps. Heart rate 128 beats per minute.
It's the bowls club. Lawn bowls. Yeah, for some reason I said 10-pin bowling the other day. Don't know why, we haven't had 10-pin bowling at Belvedere for a long time. And shout out to Chappie, who's been enjoying my photos on old new Innisfail photos on Facebook, that mentioned that he was fairly new to the area, that he was enjoying the photos, just the old photos from a few years ago, like of the old IGA and that, in the arcade, when it was Central Arcade. Now shout out to him. Apparently he works at Coles, by other comments he said, which is fine. So if you're watching this video, shout out. Feel free to leave a comment on the video. If you haven't seen any of these videos and you've come across this, finally, even though I link them on my old new Innisfail photos page on Facebook, hope you're enjoying it. There's thousands of other videos, and there's one set for over the next 20, 30, 40 years scheduled. So there's some scheduled for the next couple of weeks and so on, and there's stuff prior to now. So feel free to check all that out. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoy them, seeing the changes. Even when I watch stuff that I've recorded in like 2014, 2015, even photos, it's like far out. Yeah, because when you're seeing it all the time, a lot of people wouldn't notice the changes. So I'm always looking out for changes for videos and photos and things like that. But a lot of people don't, nor would they. And you look back at it and like, far out, that's right. That's where that shop was. That's right, I'd forgotten that one even existed. You get like that due to the looking back stuff, which I like. It's good to have that nostalgia with the videos and that. Sorry, just had to sort the old nose out, so there was a bit of a jump there in the video. I kept walking while I did it. I'll find the nearest bin. Morning. That's what people just look at you like, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you talk to me or even look at my direction? But anyway, some people are like that, some people aren't. But here's the old sundial. There used to be a dial on it for years, but probably the last 20 years it hasn't been. So try and show it in a bit more detail. There we go. Yeah, it's sad it's never been fixed up. Too shaded here anyway, it wouldn't work. A couple of quick photos of it so we can have a look. If you're wondering where this is, because people wonder where this is, but I've posted photos on my group and I've even said where it is, but they still don't know. So if you're looking at it, this is the Innisfail commercial wharf and boat ramp area. Oh, straighten that up. Over here, it's up here on the towards the Jubilee Bridge. Got this table and chairs here so you can get an idea where it is, just down from the... Oh mate, oh, there's that guy that was riding the electric skateboard earlier, his car. Anyway, yeah, come down from the Cane Cutter Monument, police station over there, and you just look over here, and there it is. Very close to these table and chairs here. There's your Cane Cutter Hotel. Innisfail commercial wharf. Down there with an ibis on it, of course. It's not the nicest spot to walk because of all these paths are a bit out there. You could, if you're the type of person that trips over real easy, I wouldn't come along here. Hey, the water's not running on this. Oh no, it is. It is. It's just not as full on. Only part of it. It's like the part coming out of the old water bag things isn't running, but the bottom parts are. See that? Parts out of there aren't running, but the bottom parts are. I showed that in full detail on the 1 minute at each location videos that I was showing. I did the other day. People yelling out stuff to me. Intoxicated people. The Cane Cutter Hotel. Cutter Court. I don't know what old mate's doing over there, but it's a bit sus. Anyway, oh well. People do. Cane Cutter Monument. Yeah, it's not good having intoxicated people, especially in parts where people like to sit and all that, like tourists and that, and locals. Makes it very hard for locals and tourists to go and hang out in parks and different things when there's rowdy, intoxicated, loud people. Just trying to find my rubbish in my pocket somewhere. There we go. Put it in the public bin up here near the courthouse. It's starting to grow a little bit. Could do with some water, some rain. There's a bit of rain. Dark clouds coming the Palmerston direction. You mightn't see them on the video. The Innisfail and District Historical Society Incorporated Museum. Innisfailhistory.com.au. So we'll go up to this bin here, past the pigeons. Yeah, past all the pigeons. And the clock, is that set right? Yeah, 8 o'clock. That's correct. Nearly up to 10 kilometres, so it'll probably be about 12 by the time we get home. Whew. There's a courthouse there. Camera's drifting again as it does. It gets frustrating. Rankin Street. The old ANZ Bank, which is now Bob Cutters. Oh, office. Well, camera just went crazy then. Oh, what that was all about. But anyway, they do that now and then because it's getting on in years. This is often hard to show because there's often people there. So I thought I'll show it. You see people sitting there. Elderly people. Edith Street, Edith. That's where I took the photo the other day. The same location photo that I do. Where I showed My Choice Butcher and that. Just from over here. Yeah, there's your Luray Jewelers pop-up. Ours may differ. We've got a lot of clothing and stuff in the window. This is where Best Chan Restaurant and Noodle House used to be. Yeah, there's a lot of clothing in that. Luray Jewelers right there. So, there's another one of these interim closure orders on this tobacconist as well. Innisfail tobacconist. Comes Peter. Pete. Let's keep going up here. Macari cabinets on there. Yeah, good to show. Look back. And no truck. Maybe ran someone over. Never a good thing. So our Rockman's going a little bit faster than normal because people's privacy and all that. Malik Centre. 46 Edith Massage. Where's that here now? Where the chemist used to be. Careful what we say because there's a child coming along with someone. We just face it at these buildings. It's a random butterfly. It's only open in the mornings now, Wednesday to Friday, 9 AM to 2 PM, Saturday, 9 AM to 12 noon. Shirley Forest. Good cuts us. Rothney's Pharmacy. Sorry, the camera's moving so fast, but only so much I can show. Bite me takeaway. Fine, I don't get to show that much because they're either closed or there's people in there. Whew. Owen Street, OWEN, towards Picnics, AS Malik building. This is AS Malik Corner, where the Commonwealth Bank is and where old mate used to be. Bob Catter's office used to be right here. It used to be right here. If you're wondering, years later, old mate Busker. A&A Realty, where the soup kitchen used to be, the basement. EV Games across there where Dom's used to be. Dom's Fun Foods and then Dom's Fine Foods. Barbershop and such. Whew. Quite warm. Quite angry looking towards me. No. Like I always say, no, you don't understand what people do. You have to look at them like they're nothing. Have respect and manners. You know, I'm not into fishing, NRL, a lot of other things, but I don't hold it against people. I don't look at them like they're nothing because I'm not into that. You know, be happy that I've got something I'm into that's harmless, it's not hurting anybody, it's respectful. I've always got manners and respect for people, as you know if you watch my videos. And if you know me personally, you know I'm like that. Got manners and respect for people, always. So, no need to treat me like garbage when you see me out and about. Shout out to the people who are nice, always say hello, friendly. It is appreciated, like I said earlier. Very much so. across before there's heaps of vehicles safely. It's Roscoe's. Very rarely see the restaurant open, it's just the pizza part mainly. I think people just hire out the other part. Well, they probably provide the food for it, the Roscoe's and that, but yeah. Anyway, we will continue along. Ends up Memorial Park across there. Often called King George Park. Innisfail Chemics on the left, straight ahead really. And then AIDA, care, healthcare equipment, was walk on wheels at one stage before that. And Chemics was originally there, that was built for Chemics, that part. This used to be, in my day, early in the piece at the laundromat. Bus stop if you're heading to Cairns direction. So you go on the Chemics side of the road to go to Cairns. This is where I had the photo of my Innisfail group, the old new Innisfail photos of pizza capers and the cycling shop, the bike shop, was right here in this spot. And next to it was Kevin Bliss Motors, Innisfail Motor Village, where Mr. Barista used to be. I don't know if that's still around, Mr. Barista. The sort of trailer thing that did coffee and that. Glady Street. I'm going across here, there's Burson Auto Parts and the Black Marlin Motel. Whew. Yes, quite sweaty. Just going to check the current temperature while I'm at it. So humidity is the thing. At the moment, just check it out once it loads. It says 27.1, feels like 31.8 Celsius. 80% humidity, 0 millimetres of rain since 9 AM yesterday. 25% chance of at least 2 millimetres of rain. So, tech tune. Remember there used to be flats there, 2 flats. Probably an old house turned into flats. In that spot next to the old KFC. As we've shown this so much lately, we might actually stop just past the old KFC. The old KFC here. Hopefully something takes over it and really does it up and looks after it, keeps it maintained, doesn't let it be real run down like this. This KFC was run down when it was open, it's not just since it's closed down. It's getting worse, but it was horrible beforehand. They're just paying over mould and different things. I recorded a couple of videos in there before they closed it down. They'll be available in a few years' time. NQ Power Equipment across there. This is Charles Street. We'll get across and then we'll stop. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Bestestimes, keeping memories alive with Mr. Thomas for future generations to see. Check the links in the description if you want to donate to the channel, best via the PayPal link. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Stay safe, stay cool, and we'll catch you in the next one.